And my dad really felt the Holy Spirit put on his heart to give that money. Yeah. So this was a story about my parents that, I grew up knowing and hearing. Right before they got married, they had about $1,000 set aside for their honeymoon. I think it was about 3 months before the wedding. And my dad, who was working in ministry, he was in a conversation, somebody starting a new ministry, and they basically needed $1,000, exactly what they had set aside for their honeymoon. And my dad really felt the Holy Spirit put on his heart to give that money to this man for whatever he was doing. So he takes this to my mom, who was not quite as enthusiastic about this idea. It was one of the first real tests of just trusting what, God was speaking to them. And she said, okay, like I trust, that this is what God is really leading us to do, and let's do it. So they agreed to donate their honeymoon fund, and they're like, well, we'll find another time to go on a honeymoon.
Wow.
And in the next 2 weeks, the first thing that happened was they had a phone call from someone coming to their wedding. And they were like, hey, for your wedding gift, we have a house in Venice, Italy. We want to give it to you for 2 weeks to use as your wedding gift. So they have this free place to go. A couple days later, another person calls and says, for your wedding, I want to give you round trip tickets to anywhere in the world that you want to fly. So then they have flights. And then a third thing happened, which is someone called and said, hey, this summer, we need somebody to house it. We're going to be gone for 3 months, and we need someone to house it and watch our dog, and we'll pay you to do this. And so all of a sudden, the Lord, it wasn't guaranteed any of that stuff would happen, but all of a sudden they're blessed with way more, $1,000 worth of things just from being obedient and letting go of that money that the Lord had other plans for.